Anne, starting tomorrow, my older sister and niece will be staying with us, so I need you to get a set of bedding and a baby crib ready for today.
Huh? What do you mean? I'm having trouble understanding what you're saying. Can you explain it clearly?
Well, Charlotte's getting a divorce from her husband.
Really? Why?
I don't know all the details, but she called earlier and said she left him. She has nowhere else to go, so she asked if she could stay at our place.
And you agreed just like that? Without even asking for a reason? You know I don't get along well with her, right? She's always making fun of me for not having kids and calling me ugly. Living with someone like her is impossible. And starting from tomorrow? It's so sudden. Do you really think I can prepare a baby crib by today?
It's not about whether you can or can't. You must get it ready. Are you saying it's okay for them to be on the streets? You want them to sleep outside?
I never said that, but why us? They should ask someone else. Wouldn't it make more sense to rely on your parents?
Well, apparently, she got turned down by them. Mom and Dad can be so cold.
They must have had a good reason for turning her down, don't you think?
Geez, why do you always say such mean things? Is it because she called you ugly you're getting back at her? The fact that she's prettier than you and has a daughter is just reality. So what can you do, right?
That might be true, but some things shouldn't be said. By the way, how long are they planning to stay?
I mean, asking that makes it seem like you're telling them to leave early. Can't you be a little more sympathetic? She's already suffering enough after her separation.
Come on. You should have figured that out before agreeing to live together. Otherwise, it's gonna drag on. What if they plan to stay for a while, not just a few days?
I planned for them to stay as long as they need. So what's the problem?
There are plenty. Our place isn't big enough for 4 people to live together comfortably. And we'll need them to chip in for groceries, utilities, and stuff.
Seriously? You're so cheap. Cut me some slack. Anyway, I managed to get her to give us 1 day to prepare. So I'm counting on you to get the baby crib and other things.
It's too last minute.
You should ask some friends with older kids if they can lend you one. Just use your head a little, okay?
Got it. I'll ask a friend about the baby crib. So, please come home early today. I want to talk about this, so please. Hi, Anne. The move is finally done. Dealing with the movers was so exhausting. Oh, I thought you guys would come after we got home. You mentioned movers. Did you really bring that much stuff? Yeah, I'm getting a divorce, so I don't want everything to go to my ex, you know? I brought all my favorite furniture and appliances. Your stuff was in the way, and I couldn't fit everything. So I crammed your clothes and other things all into the back room. We'll be using the big room next to the living room, okay? Why did you do that without asking? I did! I got Louis's permission, okay? But seriously, our place isn't that big. And you're already inside the house? How did you even get in? How long do you plan to stay with us? You're annoying. Stop asking me questions. I just thought I should let you know the move is done. I'm tired, so I'm crashing for a bit. Huh? Hey, Charlotte? I just heard from Charlotte. She and her baby are already at our place, saying the move is done. No one's home right now, so what's going on? It's not polite for them to come when we aren't even there. I really want to rush back and check, but I have a crucial meeting today that I can't skip. I can't go home now. And she said the movers came and brought a ton of stuff in. She dumped my things in the back room without asking. She's planning to use the big room next to the living room. When I told her not to do things without permission, she said she got your approval. Is that true?
Ugh. I'm busy working, but you keep bothering me with your messages.
I'm busy too, but it's an emergency. Answer my questions.
Yeah, it's true.
What the heck? First of all, I asked you to come home early yesterday to discuss the matter, but you didn't come back all night. You've been staying out without telling me a lot lately.
You're so annoying. I couldn't finish work until late, so I had to stay near the office.
Then you should have let me know. I was waiting for you all night, you know.
I was tired and just fell asleep, so what could I do? Are you texting me just to say that?
No, not only that. It's weird she brought so much stuff that it doesn't all fit. She's not just bringing immediate necessities, but furniture and appliances too. She's planning to stay for a while, isn't she? With her doing whatever she wants, I'm worried about what's next.
It's not whatever she wants. I gave her permission and a spare key. I said she could do as she pleases, haha.
Are you kidding me? It's not your house, it's ours. You can't just do things without asking me.
You're too nitpicky. You live there too, but I'm the head of the household, right?
Huh?
Regardless of what you say, it's decided that my sister and niece you hate so much will live with us. If you have a problem with it, leave.
Fine, I'm leaving. And we're getting divorced.
Divorce?
Yes. Why? You want me to leave, right? Well, I want to divorce you. Since we both agree, there's nothing more to say.
That's true, but once you leave, you have nowhere to go, do you? You can't do anything on your own. If you apologize now, I'll let it slide, haha.
You're right. You're the one to apologize. But it's too late. I've had enough. Even if you do, divorce is final.
Huh? Why do I have to take that from you? I'm the one who wants a divorce.
Okay, great. I'm going to pack my essentials and leave today. I'll file a petition right away.
Haha, you're moving back in with your folks? Figures. Someone like you with no skills can't survive on their own without relying on them. Fine, do whatever you want. Ah, finally, I'll be rid of your nagging. Time to party tonight.
Say whatever you want. Just make sure to go through with the divorce. You know, Anne, I have a hunch. Did you come back, pack up, and leave? I was knocked out till now and thought you'd be back by now, but neither you nor Louis are here. Yeah, you were totally out. Poor thing, your daughter was wailing with hunger. You didn't even wake up despite all that noise. After feeding her, she settled down and went back to sleep. I was exhausted. What else can I say? Moving just isn't for someone as fragile as me. I'll leave the rest to Louis. I see. As you predicted, I've moved out of the house. Once the meeting I absolutely had to attend was over, I left work early. I packed up just the essentials and shipped them to my parents' house, so you can throw out the rest. Wait, does that mean you guys are divorcing? Yep. Wow, sorry, I guess. It kind of looks like I kicked you out. Not kind of. I think that's exactly what happened. But I was already considering a divorce, so in a way, you gave me the push I needed. Thanks for that. Oh, really? Then you should be thanking me even more. It seems you siblings are misunderstanding something. So let me make it clear. You guys are going to be kicked out of that house, and you'll be facing a lot of trouble ahead. I think you'll regret what you've done to me. What are you talking about? That's impossible. We just moved in. Why would you have to leave this house? It's not big, but it's stylish and nice. It felt cramped with you, but for the three of us, it's perfect. Really comfortable. Well, since we probably won't see each other again, let me tell you this. I really hate you. I figured that without you having to say it. Did I ever do something to you? Not really, no. Then why? I just couldn't stand that someone as ugly as you was my brother's wife. Ugly again. Even if I'm ugly, did that bother you in some way? Shut up, ugly! Just hurry up and get divorced, all right?
Hey, I got home from work and found a document waiting for me. And it's from a law firm. What's this about? Did you seriously hire a lawyer? I thought we were having an uncontested divorce.
I never said that. I knew someone like you would try to dodge paying alimony and maybe even run off. So I left it to the professionals.
What? You were the one who asked for the divorce first. Why should I have to pay alimony?
See, I knew you'd play dumb like that. I can see right through you.
What are you talking about?
Did you think I hadn't noticed anything? I know you've been cheating for the last 6 months.
What?
You hardly come home half the week. Even the densest person would figure it out.
Hey, don't make baseless accusations without proof.
It's not baseless. Of course I have proof.
You must be kidding.
I had my suspicions, but no solid evidence. You stopped coming home and Charlotte's nasty messages became relentless. I was at my limit and decided a month ago to hire a private investigator. I thought if you were cheating, I'd file for divorce. Turns out, you weren't just cheating. You were playing around like you were still a bachelor.
Playing around?
Am I wrong? You've been cheating on me with not only 1 but 3 women, right? Well, no wonder you never had time to come home, huh? And just when I was planning the divorce, you decided to have Charlotte move in with us. You know how much I hate her. You can go to hell. I'm not going easy on you. You better pay the alimony.
Fine, I'll pay. Whatever. You think that'll drag me down to hell? I'm doing better than most guys my age. Don't underestimate me.
Yeah? Well, you're about to lose your house and job. Let's see if you can still say that.
What do you mean? Why would I lose my house and job? You're talking nonsense.
My dad is starting the process to evict you guys from the house. He'll be in touch with more details.
Why is he involved in this?
You can't be serious. That house is his, so of course it'll be returned to him after the divorce. Why would you think you could keep living there?
No way. It was given to us.
It wasn't given. It was lent to us for free. And even if it were given, I'd get it after the divorce. He said he was sick of looking at it and decided to sell it. It's in a popular area, so it'll sell quickly. You'd better start packing.
You've got to be kidding me. But as for losing my job, I've no clue what you're talking about. I can't see how you or your dad could make that happen.
It's not us.
Then who's saying such nonsense?
Have you looked into why Charlotte got divorced?
No, but that's irrelevant right now.
Oh, but it is. She was cheating.
What? She was? I thought she was the one being cheated on, so I didn't bring it up to avoid rubbing salt in the wound.
That's why your parents were mad and turned her away.
Oh, now I get it. But why would I lose my job over that? It has nothing to do with me.
You both work for the same company, right?
Yes, but...
Her affair partner's wife is the CEO's daughter.
No way.
I've been friends with her since high school. She suspected her husband was cheating and talked to me about it. I had no idea his mistress was your sister. When she found out, she told her father, the CEO of your company.
This can't be real.
He dotes on his daughter. Of course he's furious with his son-in-law, but he also hates the mistress. When he learned she worked for his company and that her brother, you, also worked there and cheated on me, he lost it. My friend said she's never seen him so angry. I've known her family for a long time and they've always treated me well.
This world is too small.
Your company's motto is family first, right? The CEO always says people who don't value family can't be trusted. You and your sister betrayed your families, so don't expect to keep your jobs.
This is insane. Getting fired just for cheating?
Just for cheating? Maybe it's just that to the cheater, but it deeply hurts the one who was cheated on. Don't you get that?
I'm sorry.
I don't know the exact details, but there's something in the company policy about firing employees for actions that betray their families.
What kind of company policy is this?
One that values family. It's a wonderful place. It's sad that you can only speak of it this way. I'm glad to be divorcing you. Losing your home and your job and paying alimony seems like fitting consequences. Good luck, you two. Bye.
Anne, please. I'm sorry. I'll break up with them all. Let's start over. Anne? I never thought it would come to this.
My father's house, where we had been living, sold quickly, and Louis and Charlotte were kicked out. Around the same time, they both got fired and turned to their parents for help along with a young daughter. But they refused to leave the girl in their care. They took in the girl and Louis and Charlotte were turned away. They used their meager savings to move into a rundown apartment. I hear they constantly fight in the cramped space. Unable to secure stable jobs, they're working multiple part-time jobs in the neighborhood now. Both siblings committed adultery and were eventually dumped by their partners. Since we live in a small town without much entertainment, their infidelities and the reason for their termination were spread like wildfire. They're facing a lot of gossip and snide remarks at their workplaces and feeling ashamed. I hear from a mutual acquaintance that despite all this, they're sticking to their part-time jobs to pay the alimony. I hope they reflect on their actions through this tough time. As for me, I'm helping out at my parents' restaurant now. I moved back home because they, being older now, were considering closing the business. I've been helping out since I was a kid and even have a chef's license. When I told them I was considering taking over the restaurant, they were really happy. I hope to find a partner someday who will help me run the place. Janet, good evening. Do you remember me? I'm sorry, who is it? Oh, you don't remember me? I can't believe it. I remember you so well. I'm sorry, where did we meet? May I ask your name as well? Oh God, it's me, Susan, your husband's childhood friend. Ah, I remember now. I was walking with Bob and we ran into each other. I was so surprised when you asked me to exchange contacts. I met you only once at our wedding. We hardly talked to each other, and you were touching him a lot at that time. I thought you were very friendly. What? You were jealous? You're worried about me, right? I'm much prettier than you. That's funny. You were right about that. You have a lot of confidence in yourself, don't you? What do you mean by right? I've always been in love with him. I knew it. You were hostile towards me. I haven't received a single text from you since then. I forgot about your name and having your contact, but I remember you well. I know. You were worried about me. I've loved him since we were kids. We were like friends for a long time, but I believed he would choose me in the end. But when I heard that he was going to marry you, I was really shocked. I was going to congratulate you both at the wedding, and I was ready to give up on him. But I changed my mind.
Changed?
At a wedding, a bride looks so beautiful in her makeup and dress, right? Maybe it was the lights too. You looked pretty. But the other day, you were just ugly. I thought to myself, this is the woman who took him away from me. And I decided to get him back. Well, I didn't take him from you. And why do you go that far? It's rude. Shut up! But didn't we meet about 6 months ago? Why are you contacting me now? Are you not only ugly but also stupid? Do you expect me to tell you that I want him right away? If I did that, you might get desperate. So when I knew for sure that Bob will be mine, I was going to let you know. So you mean you two are dating now and going to be together? I thought you were an idiot, but you're relatively quick. Thank you for that. Lately, he said he's been working late and coming home late a lot, hasn't he? He's lied about working late. He comes to my house. He says this all the time. You're much better than her. We've known each other since we were kids. We were so close, I didn't notice it until now. I shouldn't have married her. He said that. Well, this is what happens if I try. So, will you divorce him? This is out of the blue. I'm not ready. Why? You don't want a husband who doesn't love you, right? You have to make up your mind. You can still start your life over now, can't you? Even if that's true, I don't want you to tell me that. Why? I'm saying this out of kindness. It's none of your business. Well, whatever it is, get divorced as soon as possible. I'll be waiting. Bob, we need to talk. I got a call from your childhood friend, Susan. She said you're having an affair with her. Lately, you've been coming home late, saying you were going for a drink with your coworkers or something. I want to talk to you today, so can you come home earlier? Anyway, I'm waiting for your call, so please call me when you come home. You didn't come home yesterday. Where did you stay? At Susan's? I know you've read my messages, so why don't you reply? I stayed awake waiting for you. I want to talk to you today, so please do come home.
Janet, I need to talk to you.
I contacted you many times, but you ignored me. What do you want now?
That's your fault, isn't it? If I'm told to come home early because we need to talk, I can expect that I'll get a lecture from you. That makes me not want to come home. You really don't understand men, do you? That's why you get dumped. Why don't you emulate Susan?
Huh?
Oh, you're so dumb. You won't understand unless I say it clearly. Listen to me. I've filed divorce papers.
What? I didn't sign it, did I?
It was accepted, so what's the big deal?
That's not the point. I said we'd talk about it, didn't I?
That's the last thing I wanted to do. You know what's happening, right? I'm with her.
Wow.
The divorce is final. There's no need to hide it now. It was a lot of work for her to sign your name in your handwriting.
She wrote it.
She loves me so much, she'll do anything if she can marry me. I realize that I'm happier with her than with a strong woman like you. I feel great now that our divorce is finalized. I divorced you because you're useless. but I'll give you 3 days because I'm a nice guy. Get out of the house in 3 days. I'm not coming home in the meantime. You'd better pack your stuff quick.
I'm already out.
What?
I knew you were cheating on me, but I didn't know who you were with. I wanted to find out, but I was too busy with work. I didn't have time to look for a detective agency. Then, Susan came forward to tell me that she was the one you were having an affair with. I didn't have to look for a detective agency.
You're acting tough, aren't you? You're hurt that I divorced you, aren't you? You've been trying to talk to me for a long time.
Don't get me wrong. To divorce you, I just wanted to talk about money and work.
What? About work? I thought you were going to confront me about the cheating and say you didn't want a divorce.
Don't get full of yourself. I'm just happy to be divorced from a cheater like you. But I can't stand the way you did it. You work for my father's company. We should talk about your work, shouldn't we? My father must have called you several times. He was furious that you didn't answer at all.
Because I thought he'd say he'd never allow me to divorce you.
You are wrong. When I told him you were cheating on me, he said he'd never forgive you.
Oh no. I thought I was going to take over him and become the president.
Did he ever say that to you? You're always so self-serving, aren't you? He says you don't take your job seriously. Your sales are bad and you're really useless.
Huh? Are you kidding?
I've seen how you work and I agree. You probably thought that you could become the president and you wouldn't have to work so hard. How can someone like that be president? I'll let my father know that you filed for divorce without telling me. See you later.
Janet, wait a minute. If you do that, I can't go to work. Hey, Janet. You were right about everything. I called your father earlier. He said that he'd been trying to reach me about work, but I ignored him. Even though I'm not capable, he put up with me because I was your husband. He said, "You betrayed Janet and us. I'll never forgive you. I don't want to see you. Get the hell out of my company."
He didn't recognize your abilities and wanted to let you go. On top of that, he let you marry me, but you cheated on me. There's no way he can forgive you.
I know I'm incompetent, but I asked him to keep me at work. You told the whole company that I cheated on you, so he told me that even if he forgave me, there's no place for me. What have you done? They'll talk about you too.
I don't care. I'd hate it if I have to work with you. Besides, you have no self-esteem asking him to keep you. You're so lame. Well, I had a feeling that was going to happen, so I let the whole company know. Everyone in the company knows that you betrayed the next president. Even you can't stay there, can you?
You are going to be the president?
He's not young. I'm going to be the president and he's going to be the chairman. It was decided at the management meeting the other day and distributed to all employees. You didn't see it? It's telling that you don't take your job seriously that you haven't even checked your email, isn't it?
I thought I was the next president.
You know, you haven't even been invited to the management meetings. You're so stupid that you think you can be the next president.
Don't call me stupid.
Why are you angry? It's true. So I'll give you 3 days too. You have 3 days to get ready to leave the company. Will you write your resignation and leave?
Oh no.
Oh, also, I just got a text from my father. He forgot to tell you, so he asked me to tell you.
I have a bad feeling about this.
He wants you to get out of this house.
What? Why?
What the hell is wrong with you? You seem to feel good about kicking me out, but the truth is, you should be the one to leave.
What do you mean?
You seem to forget that the house belongs to my father. He's been letting us live there for free. Do you remember ever paying rent?
No, I don't, but Then why did you leave?
I didn't want to live in the same house I lived in with you. I couldn't stand it.
Oh no. Janet, wait a minute. Let's get back together. Let's get married again. It'll take 6 months, but I'll sincerely apologize to your father and to the people at work. So please.
What? Did you even listen to me? I said I couldn't stand staying in the house.
That may be true now, but I'm going to work hard until you trust me again.
Is that because I'm the next president?
Huh?
Are you sorry for letting me go? I'm sorry, but I'm really happy to be divorced from you. You filed for divorce without even trying to discuss it. I don't want to see you ever again. Oh yeah, I talked to the company's lawyer about this. He said he can't forgive you and is willing to help me. Of course, I'm going to charge you and Susan both a fee. Not just alimony. Forging signatures on divorce papers and submitting them without permission. That's forgery of documents. I'll report it to the police.
Please don't do that. If I get a criminal record, I won't be able to work.
Then why don't you negotiate with a lawyer? I might consider it if you increase the fee.
If you're the next president, you'll have plenty of money, don't you? You don't need alimony.
That's not the point. I want you to pay for what you did. Money is the easiest way to do it, that's all. I don't want to deal with you anymore. My lawyer will take care of the rest. I'm blocking you now. Bye.
Oh no. How could you do this to me?
Janet, what the hell did you say to Bob? He told me he quit his job. He broke up with you and he's breaking up with me too. He'll put everything behind and go back to square one. He asked me to break up with him. I don't understand. What part of that don't you understand? He said he wants to go back to square one, right? I think he means exactly what he says. There's no way I can accept it. You told him something, didn't you? I insisted that I would never break up with him. He snapped. He said, "You started it. I know I shouldn't have cheated, but I was living happily with Janet. I lost everything because you got in the way of us. I lost Janet, the job, the CEO position. It's all your fault." I thought he might be feeling a little remorse. It seems he didn't learn the lesson given that he was talking about the CEO position. What are you talking about? Anyway, give him back to me. Why do I get dumped? No. I didn't tell him to break up with you or anything. It's the path he chose. Then what am I supposed to do? I've already canceled my lease to move into the house you were living in. I have nowhere to go. I have to move out of my current house by the end of the month. I don't know what to tell you. Why don't you just go to your parents or do whatever you want? Just think about that yourself. Somehow, my parents found out that I had stolen your husband. They said, "We don't remember raising you like that. We don't even want to see you anymore. Don't you ever come back." I think you were punished for trying to steal someone else's husband. I wanted to talk to you too. What do you mean, talk? My lawyer will be in touch with you about the alimony. I'd appreciate it if you could take care of it. What? I was dumped by Bob too. So why do I have to pay alimony? Because I got divorced because of you. It is my right to ask for alimony. The fact that you broke up after that has nothing to do with me. Oh no! And as for forging my signature on the divorce papers, that's a crime. You need to talk to my lawyer about that too. What? I just write your name a little bit. Don't you know? It's called forgery of documents. You can even get a criminal record. Wait a minute. I don't have much money. I don't have enough money to live after tomorrow. I can't afford it. Besides, if I get sued, my life will be over.
So what? You did what you could be sued for, so I'm suing you and demanding compensation. That's all there is to it. If you continue to resist, I will take legal action against you.
This isn't how it's supposed to be. Janet, I'm sorry. I'll apologize as many times as you want me to, and I'll do whatever you say. Please don't charge me alimony.
If you are listening to me, then please talk to a lawyer and make up for this. I'm going to block you now. Goodbye. In exchange for me not suing them for forging the documents, they sent me more than the going rate for alimony. This is all thanks to the lawyer who kindly listened to me. I don't know how they are doing now. I don't even want to know. Just the other day, my father officially announced that he would be stepping down as president. I became the president. I want to make my father's company, which I love so much, even better and bigger than it is now. With that in mind, and with the help of everyone, I am new and inexperienced, but I will do my best. Right now, I am so occupied with work that I don't have time to think about my private life. But if I keep working hard, God will be on my side someday and bring me a good partner. For now, I'll prioritize the company and its employees, and I want to move forward.
What the heck, Sydney? You were getting ready for the trip today, weren't you?
Oh, Barbara. Well, I was packing. Is there something wrong?
You're such a brazen person.
Why do you say that?
Don't you get it? Having the daughter-in-law along ruins the family trip.
A family trip. Right.
That's right. Don't you remember your place as the daughter-in-law?
I haven't forgotten.
You're an outsider, so it's no fun having you around.
Oh, I see.
Honestly, I was against Theo marrying such an impertinent woman. And to think you haven't quit your job. You should be a full-time housewife and support your husband. Poor Theo.
He supports my decision to keep working. Besides, my job is important to me.
Important? What are you talking about? What you should value most is the family.
Yes, it is indeed, but so is my job. And isn't what you're saying a bit contradictory?
What do you mean?
You tell me to value the family, but then you say not to come on the family trip.
Enough already. A daughter-in-law should serve the family but not get in the way. Whatever. I'll think of a solution.
A solution?
You'll find out soon enough.
Okay.
Sydney! I've done something.
What happened?
Oh dear, what am I going to do?
So, what is it?
Oh no, really, what should I do?
Barbara, please just tell me what you want to tell me. The dramatic act is annoying.
Annoying? You, Sydney. Towards your husband's mother.
So, what do you want to tell me? I know your true nature, so there's no need for this dramatic lead up to the nagging. Just get to the point.
You're really not cute at all.
I don't care to be cute to someone who bullies me without trying to get along.
Fine. I don't have much time anyway. Actually, I tore up and threw away your passport, so you'll be staying home. Theo says he prefers if you stay home too.
You threw away my passport?
It's your fault. Trying to brazenly join the family trip. You were planning to meet us at the airport, weren't you? But without a passport, you can't check in.
I see. I don't quite understand what you're saying, but I should just go home, right?
Exactly.
Well then, it's goodbye forever.
What?
Nothing. I'll be going home now. Honey, do you have a moment?
Yeah, what's up?
Did you give my passport to your mom?
What? No, I don't know anything about that. I wouldn't have your passport. Why are you asking? You took it with you, right?
Well, yes. Otherwise, I couldn't board the plane.
Did something happen?
I just got a message from Barbara. She says she tore up my passport and threw it away, so I should stay home.
What? What's that about?
I have my passport with me, so there's no way she could have thrown it away. But she was so confident about it that I got a bit worried.
I'll try to find out what's going on.
Thanks. Where are you now? Aren't you with your parents?
No, I'm away from them right now. I thought I should separate from them to give you an update. So I came to the restroom, and then your message came in.
Okay.
Well, we both can't stay on the phone, but things are mostly going according to plan on my end.
No issues on my end either.
Understood. I'll head back now.
Okay, take care.
Take care of my sister.
Sure. Safe flight.
Thanks. You guys too.
Sydney, I wonder if you're feeling lonely at home right about now. Hawaii is amazing. Because you didn't have your passport, we couldn't bring you along. But that turned out to be the right decision. It's just me, Dan, and Theo. A family-only affair. Trips are definitely the most enjoyable with this crew, the most relaxing.
If it's supposed to be a family-only affair, wouldn't it be unnatural without Katie?
Katie? She's not family like you.
Even though she's Theo's sister?
I won't have a misfit in my family. Ugh, really? I'm having such a good time, why bring her up?
You speak harshly of your own daughter.
Daughter? She's just a freeloader. Theo is enough for us. I think of us three, me, Dan, and Theo, as a family.
I see.
Anyway, aren't you jealous? Today I'm going to enjoy the beach to the fullest and then go shopping.
Not really. I've been there many times before.
That's why people say you're not cute. You really are just a rude daughter-in-law with no manners.
When you say it like that, there's no room for argument.
If you're not going to reflect, then keep quiet.
I don't need you to tell me that.
Who do you think you are?
Just a daughter-in-law, you know.
Huh? What did you say? Ugh, talking to you just makes me sick. Such a waste of a Hawaii trip.
It was you who contacted me.
Okay. Let's just end this here.
Mom was furious, honey.
Why? Did I do something wrong?
She wanted to boast about her family trip, but she felt like you got one over on her instead. As usual, you sure know how to provoke her.
So you were watching.
Well, she thinks I automatically side with her just because I'm her son. She made me read the conversation.
Sorry to cause trouble.
Oh, by the way, about the passport that Mom said she threw away. She thought you were going to meet us at the airport.
Seems like it. She saw me packing when she dropped by it unannounced. A different destination, but she misunderstood that I was joining the family trip.
I saw something like a passport in her bag and checked it. It turned out it was a fake passport.
A fake?
Well, not really a passport. Just a regular notepad made to look like one.
Huh?
Remember the passport-like notepad you got from a friend before?
Oh, that notepad? It does look like a real one. But anyone would realize it's fake if you open it, right?
Usually, yeah. But Mom's eyesight isn't great. She's starting to get farsighted, but refuses to admit it and doesn't wear glasses.
She doesn't want to admit she's aging? But saying she tore it up and threw it away was a lie, huh? She thought it was real and probably felt it would be bad to chuck it in a bin.
She secretly took the notepad she found during the surprise visit and even brought it to Hawaii.
To go that far for harassment?
And Dad didn't notice either, apparently.
Huh? Even him?
He usually wears reading glasses, but this time he came with regular sunglasses to look cool. Both of them are silly together.
Anyway, thanks for confirming. I was worried she might have thrown away someone else's passport or something. It looks like it's all good.
Yeah. Oh, how's Katie doing?
She's doing great. Moved into our new place the day before yesterday, and she's really happy to have her own space for the first time at 20. She seems genuinely excited. Also, when you get here, she's supposed to get her first phone ever, right?
Yeah, that's right. She's been asking our parents for it for ages, but never got one.
She's thrilled to be able to chat with friends. She's really looking forward to it.
That's good to hear. Being the eldest son, I've been overly pampered by Mom and Dad. I really caused her a lot of hardship.
Tomorrow, I plan to go shopping around town with her while I'm here.
In that case, tell her I don't mind spending money on her and she can buy whatever she likes.
Okay, I'll let her know.
I'll be making moves for my return home tomorrow, too.
Got it.
Sorry again about Mom causing you trouble, like saying she threw away the passport. It was just an attempted stunt this time, but she really might do something like that.
Well, yeah, but it's fine. I'm used to her antics. I never hand over an important passport. More importantly, we need to do something for Katie.
Yeah, she's doing her best in a new environment.
Let's support her for her future.
Yeah, thanks, honey.
Let's give it one last push. Let's go.
Yeah.
Theo, Dad and I have already arrived at the airport. You still can't make it here? Seems like you were on the phone with someone at the hotel. Is everything okay?
Sorry, Mom. Actually, it's not.
Oh no.
I've decided to take a different flight back.
Why?
There's a sudden work issue that came up.
Work?
I was on the phone with my boss. Apparently there's trouble with a client. I've been assigned to handle it. I can't go to the client immediately, but I need to communicate via phone and email. So, I'll be staying here for a while.
But during our family trip? Can't someone else handle it?
I've been handling this particular client for a long time. Apparently, it has to be me.
I see.
So go ahead and check in.
Are you really going to take a separate flight?
Yeah, sorry, but that's how it has to be.
I feel uneasy without you. I'm not really familiar with the procedures for boarding a plane.
Dad knows and is with you, so you'll be fine without me.
Well, that's true.
Okay then, I'll get to work now. I wasn't sure if I'd need it, but bringing the laptop was the right call.
I was thinking we could share memories of the trip on the flight back. It's really a shame to go separate ways at the last minute.
It's work, so what can I do?
But still, it's supposed to be a special family trip, you know.
I understand, but this is important too.
Really? If you say so, then okay.
Dad's there too, so it'll be fine.
Yeah. Well then, take care and come back safely.
Got it. You too, Mom. Honey, the plan was a huge success. I told Mom about the sudden work issue. She totally bought it without any suspicion. Mom and Dad are definitely on a plane that has already taken off. I'm also getting on a plane to Paris right after this.
Nice. Everything's going as planned. Good job.
Thanks. I'll be on an international flight for almost a whole day from now. I'll turn off my phone soon.
Okay. Barbara will definitely try to contact me, so leave it to me.
Sorry about that. Thanks. Mom's going to freak out, but just handle it smoothly.
It's okay. I'm used to it. It's nothing new.
True.
Take care. Hope you can rest well on the plane.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I land.
Got it. I'll do my job here too.
Thanks a lot. Well, talk to you later then.
Sydney, do you know where Theo is? I just checked my phone and got a crazy message from him. Since then, I've been calling but can't reach him. He hasn't read my messages either. Hey, Sydney, reply to me now.
Oh, you're later than I expected.
Huh?
I was expecting to hear from you sooner and was on edge.
I got home tired and fell asleep right away. Then I realized just now that my phone was off.
You just saw the declaration of estrangement I was sent after you got on the plane.
You know where he is, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Tell me quickly.
He's on the plane.
Oh. So he's on his way home, right? If I hang around the airport, I can see him.
It's pointless.
Why? What do you mean?
We're being transferred overseas.
Overseas assignment?
We work for the same company and have talked about being in the international department, haven't we? The company is strengthening our overseas operations, so we've been ordered to go.
I had no idea about this.
Of course, we didn't tell you.
Why not? I don't think deciding to live abroad is something you should keep from your family.
Can't you guess why he declared estrangement?
No, I can't. After all the hopes and doting, he wouldn't do something like turn against his parents. You probably influenced him somehow. Give me back my son.
Oh boy. Seems like you haven't noticed other changes either.
Huh? What changes?
What about Katie?
Huh? Come to think of it, haven't seen her since I came back. Wait, what's going on? Where did Katie go?
Did you just notice?
All of her stuff is gone.
Wasn't it 2 small chests of drawers in the corner of the living room? Even though she lived in that house for 20 years, that's surprisingly little stuff, right?
Just giving her 2 of them is generous enough for such a failure.
Failure? What made you decide she's a failure anyway?
She's slow at everything she does, and her grades are nothing to write home about.
The high school she attended is among the top in the state.
Oh, yeah?
Well, it seems like you're not very familiar with school matters, so you probably didn't realize how difficult it is to get into that school.
You're so annoying. She was just lucky. Even if it's a top school, her grades were probably lower compared to others.
She consistently ranked in the top 3 of her class.
What? You're kidding.
No, I'm not. Especially in French, she's at a native speaker level.
French? I've never heard she was learning French.
I guess not. You just didn't know because you weren't interested in her.
That's not true.
Really? Then do you know how much she studied every day?
I wouldn't know that.
That's the issue. You weren't interested in her. You didn't see her efforts or accomplishments.
But she's a failure.
No, she's not a failure. She's achieved everything through her own efforts.
We didn't give her a room of her own. When did she manage to study?
Apparently, she was going to the library until late every day.
I thought she was hanging out with friends all the time.
In that environment, Theo and I were afraid her talents might be wasted. With her consent, she'll be living with us overseas. Our assignment is in Paris. It's perfect for her, who is fluent in French.
Wait, is she already there?
Yes. She's also considering going to university here and is determined to work hard.
What in the world?
I understand you're shocked, but we're not finished yet.
Ugh.
There's one more thing.
What else could there possibly be?
It's about your husband.
What? What on earth is going on? Earlier, I checked Dan's room. His things are gone too.
I don't know the details, but I've heard about him gradually moving things out.
Where is he?
I haven't been informed about that.
That can't be true.
Well, if I have to say, he apparently left his job on good terms.
Left his job? Why?
He's moving far away. Shocking news for you, I'm sure, but in reality, he's been seeing another woman for years.
What? I can't believe this.
I suppose so, but he left you to live with that woman.
Is this a joke?
Nope. He couldn't bring himself to ask for a divorce until now.
But
I heard he decided to go through with it after the family trip.
Does Theo know?
Yes. Dan told him about his intention to divorce.
Why didn't he tell me?
I suppose he couldn't. Perhaps he didn't think you would accept the divorce. But Dan said he plans to pay alimony because it's due to his infidelity.
I don't need any alimony. I can't live alone. I don't want a divorce at my age.
I understand how you feel, but...
Please, Sydney. Please help me and convince Dan.
I'm sorry, but I won't take anyone's side.
Why not?
Because you both have been bullying me for so long. Frankly, I don't feel inclined to help either side.
What? What have we done to you?
Do you really have no idea? You've both mistreated me, demanding that I serve the family because I'm a daughter-in-law. But you never truly accepted me as part of the family. Even this time, despite it being a misunderstanding on your part, you claimed to have thrown away my passport, which you always carried with you.
It was just a prank.
Even if it was a prank, it was too malicious.
So, what should I do? I absolutely don't want a divorce.
You'll have to leave it to a lawyer from here on.
A lawyer? No way.
Both Theo and I will cut ties with you.
Wait a minute.
Well, I have nothing more to say.
Sydney!
Goodbye. The in-laws got divorced. Dan married his mistress, but after paying alimony to Barbara, he was left with no saving. He now lives in a run-down apartment, struggling to keep afloat. It's far from a happy marriage. Barbara, now alone, has become a recluse, living off the money from the property division and alimony, scraping by day. Neighbors who know the situation whisper amongst themselves that they knew it'd happen eventually. Both Dan and Barbara lament that things didn't turn out as they had hoped, but considering how they mistreated their daughter and bullied their daughter-in-law, they brought this upon themselves.
Hey, Brooke, you didn't come to our family get-together again. I'm your mother-in-law. I invited you and you stood me up. Are you trying to make me look bad? I told you before I wouldn't be able to make it. I have work, so I can't go on a weekday afternoon. What do you mean, work? That's not true. It is true. You haven't quit your job yet? You promised you'd quit after marriage and become a housewife. I made no such promise. Poor Fred. His wife can't even be a proper homemaker. You should quit your job and become a stay-at-home mom. Fred and I discussed it and decided that I would keep working after we got married. He told you not to interfere, didn't he? I don't know why he takes your side over his own mother's. He's my son, and I just don't get it. Fred knows I'm busy with my work. You're always saying work. Being his wife is what's important. Just shut up and listen to what your in-laws say. I've never heard of such a thing. Anyway, you should definitely come to the next gathering. It's not even funny that his wife won't show up. You always have a reason to get out of our gatherings. For once, you should come. Beatrice, it's not that I'm running away. Yes. That's enough of that kind of thing. Are you coming or not? Which is it? When is the gathering? If it's on a weekday, I can't go. I thought you would say that, so we're doing it in the evening, on a weekend. I'm going out of my way to appease you, so don't try to get out of it. Okay, I understand. I'll come visit you next weekend. Oh, and when you're at the gatherings, don't talk about sending me money. I don't have any reason to talk about it, so I won't. But by the way, how long will I have to send you money? Are you sure you've told your husband? Whenever I see my father-in-law, he never says anything. Are you saying I'm lying? Your husband works in the banking industry, and he's very serious about money. I just think it's weird that he never says a word to me when I'm sending him money. So, are you saying you want me to be grateful because you send money? You want your in-laws to bow down to you so you can feel superior to them, don't you? That's not what I'm saying, but... So, would you mind just not bringing it up? I've told him, okay? And as far for how long? Well, I'll think about it later. Oh well. Anyway, be sure to come to the next gathering, okay? Okay. Brooke, when are you coming to our house? You're not trying to stand me up again, are you? I was thinking of coming around 5. I told you that in advance, didn't I? Oh, okay. If you're really coming, then that's fine. Everybody's looking forward to seeing you. They want to see the face of a person who doesn't show up at family gatherings. Why do you say that? Did I do something? Because it's true. It's true that you despise our family, isn't it? But I am a very kind mother-in-law. I forgive you. Today we're having really expensive steak. So get over here as soon as you can. Okay, well then thank you for that. What? What? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you think you're going to get steak too. What do you mean? Oh, you're so clueless. You're not really one of the family, are you? It would be terrible to waste such nice steak on you. You can have vegetables. That should be enough for you. Are you serious? Completely serious. I wouldn't consider someone like you as part of the family. Forget the steak. I don't even want to feed you the vegetables. but I would feel sorry for you if you didn't have anything, so I'll let you have that. I wonder why Fred married you. Everything's perfect about him except for his wife. Well, is that so? Then I'll stop sending money. Huh? If you say I'm not family, I have no reason to send you money. Huh? What are you talking about? You're not family to me, but to you, your in-laws are your family. Excuse me? Isn't that common sense? That's why you have an obligation to continue sending money to them. A wife who neglects her parents-in-law will go to hell. I see. I now understand how you think. I'll have to talk about it with Fred first. Okay. I know you won't change anyway, but I'm sure Fred will agree with me. I'm sure he'll tell you that you're being a bad wife by not respecting your parents-in-law. Look at this as an educational opportunity. Quit that lousy job and be a real wife. Fred, can I talk to you for a minute? I have something I want to talk to you about this evening.
You mean about having dinner at my parents' house? What's up?
I just got a text from your mother.
Mom, what is it about?
She wanted to know if you'd be there today, and to tell me that I'm not family.
What? She said that?
Yeah, she said she'd cook up some nice steaks for the whole family. But since I'm not family, I only get vegetables. Actually, she said she didn't even want to give me that.
That's terrible. Do you want to call it off?
Well, honestly, I don't think I want to go. But if I don't go now, I'll get in trouble later, won't I? It's true that I've been too busy with work to go.
But the reason you haven't been able to go is because my mom asked you to come on weekday afternoons, right? Why doesn't she understand that working people can't go at that time of day?
That's why she asked me to come on a weekend evening. I think I'll go anyway. I rarely ever show my face, so she's probably a little put off. So maybe that's why she was just joking about me not being family.
Even if it's a joke, it's not funny.
She said that you agreed with her, and that you said she should give me a hard time. She also said you weren't happy about me working. She told me to hurry up and quit my job just to be a full-time housewife.
Who does she think she is? They don't even live with us. What you do is none of her business. On top of that, if you quit, that would be a problem for Mom, wouldn't it?
So I think she's just speaking emotionally on the spur of the moment without thinking too much about what she's saying. Maybe if I show up at the house, she'll calm down.
I don't think so. But if you say so, then I guess we're going. I haven't been back there in a while either. There's something I want to check out.
Check out what?
My mom's a bit vain, isn't she? She lies to look good, and she doesn't think about the trouble she might cause other people. That's why I'm wondering if she's been telling the relatives things that aren't true. I was tortured by it a long time ago.
I know.
But if you want to leave at any point, just let me know. You don't have to try to make friends with Mom. Let's leave if it gets out of hand.
Brooke, why did you come to my house? You came to my house and left right away. And you even took Fred home with you. Are you trying to make me look bad? I didn't think you would actually only prepare me vegetables. I couldn't believe everybody was sitting around giggling while I had a big pile of vegetables on my plate. While everyone else was enjoying the fine steaks, I was the only one being treated like that. Of course, Fred would be upset about that. It's your job as a wife to calm him down, isn't it? You really are hopeless, aren't you? You're so quick to shift the blame. Why do I have to be treated like that in the first place? There's no deep meaning to it. I just don't like you. You're an inadequate wife, and you're sidestepping my masterpiece, Fred. If you were a humble wife, that would be another thing. But you just act like a big shot with your job, trying to make me look stupid. If that's the way you want to play it, then I won't even recognize you as my daughter-in-law. I don't want to be family with a thief. There's no need to be nice. Besides, it's you that never comes to the house. Which one of us is acting like we're not family? I apologize for not being able to visit you more often, but I was really just busy with work. And for that, you treated me like a stranger, and I was mocked in front of everyone. I don't want to sound too patronizing, but the money I give you is only possible because I work. Even today, I was happy that you moved the gathering to a weekend night. Just when I thought I could finally talk to my in-laws, this is how they treated me? This is what it means to repay kindness with evil.
Oh, come on. You trampled on my good intentions. I only gave you vegetables because it seems like you've gained weight recently. Out of the goodness of my heart, I was trying to help you lose some weight.
Even if that's the case, it's none of your business. I've had enough of this. Apparently, you're not gonna change no matter what happens.
Don't talk to me like it's my fault. You're the one who made fun of me first. My son married someone so terrible that they put work first before helping out the family. Skinny or fat, there's no way I could accept you as a family member.
I see. Then please don't contact me anymore. And if you need anything, call your son.
Oh, you're running away again. Oh well, as long as you keep sending me money. Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? Are you doing this on purpose?
What?
You haven't sent any money this month. Didn't you say it was your duty to send us money? Send the money today. If you can't do your part, I'll have you divorced from Fred.
With all due respect, didn't I tell you before that the money thing was over?
I never agreed to that.
Why would I send money to my mother-in-law in the first place? Is there any reason? My father-in-law is a bank manager and he is well paid, right?
It doesn't matter how much he is paid. You are my son's wife, so it is only natural that you should respect us, your parents-in-law, and give us money. A wife should just shut up and listen to what her mother-in-law says.
Then what is the reason the amount of money I send has been going up and up?
What?
In the beginning, it was $200 a month. Now it's reached $1,000 a month. Do you really need that much?
I told you before, we still have to pay off the loan from when we renovated the house. It's hard to get by on just my husband's salary.
I've heard the reason for that, but are you sure it's only being used for the loan?
What do you mean?
No, it's just, since I started sending you money, you've been living pretty extravagantly, haven't you? And I don't think you've told my father-in-law about it, have you? There must be some reason that he'd be upset with you if you told him. For example, have you been spending it on ladies' nightclubs and gambling? Or maybe you're giving it to your lover.
No, it's nothing like that. But you can't tell him, okay?
Oh, that's too bad. Because I already have.
What the heck? I told you before not to tell him. Useless woman.
Which one of us is useless? You're the one who took the money to have fun while not telling your husband.
I didn't use it for fun. Don't be rude.
Well, just so you know, your husband kind of sensed it anyway and asked me about it. He asked me if I knew why you had been wearing so many fancy clothes lately. He also asked me to tell him if you were asking me for money.
And you told him?
Yes, I did, because it's true. And then he told me something that I didn't even know. He told me you never gave him any money for the loan. So where is the money going that I send you? Paying for the loan was just a lie to squeeze money out of me, wasn't it? Your husband said he had his doubts and that he would get a detective to investigate it. I think he should be getting the results just about now.
I thought he was acting cold recently. It's your fault.
Can you please stop blaming others? Anyway, I'm not going to be sending you any more money for your extravagant spending.
You have no idea what happens when you cross me. Fine, if that's your plan, I'll go all the way. I'll make you and Fred break up. I'm going to send you to hell, so be prepared. Fred, are you already finished with work? You should break up with Brooke. That cocky wife. She'll only make you unhappy. She's my daughter-in-law and she talks back to me. She even told your father a secret of mine. It was a secret between women. Don't you think that's terrible?
That was about sending money, isn't it?
Oh no, so you knew about it too?
Of course.
Then you'll break up with Brooke, won't you?
What? If I'm going to break up with anyone, it would be you.
What? What are you talking about?
To be honest, I've been against sending money home for a long time. But Brooke's too busy with work to visit her in-laws. She wanted me to let her at least do that much for you. So I didn't stop her from sending money to you.
What? You didn't know, did you? You mistreated Brooke and now you're calling her a stranger? This is not funny. I didn't stop it because she wanted to do it. But you lying to her and using her so you could spend the money is a different story. We will never send you any money ever again. Don't contact me again.
Oh no, Fred. How did you become so rebellious? You used to be such a good boy.
A good boy? You were just using me as a puppet.
A puppet?
Isn't it true? I was never allowed to disobey my mother. Lessons, studies, club activities. Not because it was what I wanted to do, but because it made you look good in the eyes of the world. Or because it made my mother proud to be around me. I was forced to do things that were chosen for those reasons. I was forced to do things just to satisfy my mother's self-esteem.
That's not...
Don't tell me that's not true. No matter how good my grades were, you never once praised me, no matter how good I did. You never even saw me. Am I wrong? The truth is, you just saw me as a trophy.
A trophy? Why would you say that? You're my only son, my only precious child. I gave you so much love.
Love? Really? If you really believe that, remember what you said to me once when I lost a piano competition? Do you remember what you said?
Well, let's see, what was it? Like, good job or something like that, right? I comforted you gently, didn't I?
No, what you said was, don't embarrass me, I can't show off to the neighbors. And I wasn't even allowed to eat dinner that day.
Well, let's see, what was it? You must be mistaken. The piano competition was over 10 years ago, right? You lost the competition. You were so frustrated. You just had some weird misconception about it. You probably just didn't want to eat dinner, did you?
If that's what you really think, then you're the one who's mistaken. Either you have forgotten what doesn't suit you, or you're just making up lies to cover it up. Until now, I never said anything, because, well, you're my mother. But after this, I'm really fed up with you. Brooke and I are cutting off all ties with you.
Don't be so hasty, Fred. You'll only regret it.
I won't regret it, but rather I'll feel liberated. I won't have to listen to my mother anymore.
What will the neighbors say if they find out? If word got out that my only son had to cut me off, I'd be an outcast.
Even at a time like this, you're worried about your reputation?
Oh, no. I just said that as a first reaction. That's not what I really meant.
If you said that was your first reaction, that's what you really think. I don't want to hear any more excuses. Don't ever bother me or Brooke again.
You forget the debt of gratitude for me, raising you, you disrespectful boy. Fine, you and your horrible wife can go to hell. My life is ruined because of you. You're so cocky, even for a wife. My beloved son has abandoned me. My husband is also giving me a divorce. My relatives are starting to look at me like I'm trash because of this. If you had just listened to me without complaining, this wouldn't have happened. Beatrice, are you still talking like that? Fred's feelings. You haven't conveyed anything to me, have you? What? What do you mean, Fred's feelings? You're the one who took Fred away from me. I'm sick and tired of you shifting the blame on me. Do you think I don't know anything? I know what you did to Fred. What? What does it matter? I was just educating him. There's no reason for anyone to complain. No, I will complain. You know what I think people who make fun of people's efforts? People who take advantage of them. People who try to get a free ride. I hate people like that. You wouldn't understand the emptiness of having your efforts used by others. Fred is my son. That means he is my property. He is an accessory to make me look great. You mistakenly think that your child's life belongs to you. My mother was like that. If I did well, she said, it's because of me. You should listen to your mother. If I failed, I didn't try hard enough. Don't embarrass her. I know how your mother feels. Oh, I'm sure you do. You're both the same. Have you even thought about what will happen to your children as a result? No matter what you do, you don't feel like it's in your power. You forget even the feeling of fun. It drove me crazy for a while. It took me quite a while to get over it. Is it your lack of effort? Or maybe you're just too mentally immature. That's why you'll always be a bad wife. I bet even your own parents have abandoned a girl like you, right? You're a piece of trash who is no use to your own mother or mother-in-law. Well, that's what you would say. That's enough. I've come to the conclusion. You're about to be thrown out of your own house. I suggest you get ready to move out. Huh? What do you mean? I'll be evicted? Your husband's going to leave you. You haven't forgotten, have you? Of course, one reason is because you've been blowing all the money I've sent you. And you've also been using it on young men. And then taking little love trips with the ones you like the most. And when that wasn't enough, you even went out and borrowed money. The detective's investigation brought it all to light, didn't it? I'm going to pay it back someday, I promise. And that wasn't a loan. But you don't make any excuses for spending money on young men? Because I don't think of it as spending money on young men. I just found my true love. I don't know how serious you are, but my father-in-law wouldn't just find out and keep quiet about it, would he? The house is in my father-in-law's name, right? So if you get divorced, it's a matter of course that you'll be kicked out. Oh no. Brooke, you have to convince my husband somehow. I'm sure he'll reconsider if you tell him. Did you forget? You said we are not a family. I don't have the kindness to go that far for a stranger. Besides, you're too much at fault in this case, and I can't very well defend you. Oh no, what am I going to do now? I don't know. Why don't you just look for a place to live? At the very least, you should at least keep Fred from cutting ties with me. If my husband abandons me and my son also disowns me, Fred's decision to cut off ties was his own, so I won't say anything. Well then, I'm going back to work. Please don't contact me again. Please listen to me. Do something, please. After that, my in-laws got divorced, and my mother-in-law was kicked out of the house. The young man heartlessly abandoned her when she ran out of money. So she ended up crashing at a friend's place for a few days. However, my mother-in-law, who had no intention of working and constantly complained despite being a freeloader, was quickly kicked out by her friend as well. It seems she bragged to her friends about using her son as a trophy and having an affair with a host. So even her friends thought she was strange. No one was willing to let her stay with them, so she had no choice but to move into a cheap, run-down apartment and start working part-time. Without any work experience or common sense, she's having a hard time. Meanwhile, Fred and I, now free from her, are living a peaceful life. We'll both keep working for a while and use our money for our own happiness.
Janet, I know you heard this from my brother. I'm going back to my parents' house next week. Yes, I heard. I'm glad. But Susan, why did you decide to move back to your parents' house? You've been living alone for quite a long time now, right? Yes, I lived alone for a while after I got a job. But after that, I lived at my boyfriend's house. But he was cheating on me. Even though we were talking about getting married, he cried and asked me to forgive him, but I just couldn't do it. We broke up. I see. I'm sorry I reminded you of something you didn't want to be reminded of. That's totally fine. I've gotten over it. And I dumped him. I moved out of his place so I had to find a place to live. He was paying for everything, and I could spend money on things that I wanted. So it seems stupid to pay rent every month for me. I thought I should live at home. You two are already living there, so now I'm interrupting you. I'm so sorry. No, it's your parents' house. Don't worry about me. Please come home without hesitation. Besides, I've always been jealous of my friends who have female siblings. I'm looking forward to living with you. Really? Then I'm glad. Well, I'm afraid that if I live at their house, I won't have many chances to date men. That's my only concern. Don't worry. My husband told me you have always been really popular. You're beautiful, friendly, and vibrant. Hey, flattery will get you nowhere. I'm just saying what I think. You're right. I'm popular. Your parents' house is quite far from where you lived, right? What are you going to do about your job? Are you commuting from your parents' house? No, I don't think so. My company is a big one and we encourage people to work from home. So since I'm going to be living at home, I asked my boss to let me work from home. Then he talked to HR about it. I can only go to work once a month. I'm so glad that they like me. They value you, don't they? Well, I wanted to keep working after I had the baby. I got my certification while I was young, and I've been working hard all my life. I admire you. By the way, Janet, have you had kids yet? I'd like to have one, but not yet. Besides, I live with my in-laws, so it's not easy. Huh? Are you blaming them? There are plenty of ways, like going on regular trips. Well, that's true, but I broke up with my boyfriend, so it takes time. I just want you to have kids to make my parents happy. Susan, I feel the same way, but this is a gift from heaven, so it's not easy. If you're too relaxed about it, you'll be too old before you know it. Well, if you have a baby, the house becomes smaller and I might get kicked out. So, you may not want to have kids. Susan, may I be excused now, as I need to take a bath? I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Janet, where are you? I just woke up but no one is home. I tried to call you but you didn't answer. Maybe you're out on a trip without me? Good morning, Susan. No way. I wouldn't go on a trip leaving just you behind. My parents-in-law are celebrating their wedding anniversary today, so we bought them lunch. They were very happy and said, since it's our anniversary, let's go on a date. So they left. Oh, that's right. It is my parents' wedding anniversary. What? I'm jealous of that lunch. I should have tagged along. No, it's their wedding anniversary. Let's give them some privacy. I'm sure they would be happier if I were there. But I drank too much last night and couldn't get up. What about you and my brother? We both have work today. Oh, really? No rest for the poor? It's so sad that you have to work on your day off. I mean, your job is writing novels, right? You always work at home, but you're working outside today? Yes, I can basically work from home, but sometimes I have meetings. The person I'm working with says he can't come during the week, so I scheduled on Saturday to accommodate him. Are you just trying to be cool? What do you mean? I mean, who writes novels nowadays? Books don't sell these days. There's no way you can make a living just by writing novels. You probably don't even make half of what I earn. And you're trying to be cool by calling yourself a novelist? I'm not trying to be cool. Besides, I don't know how much you make, but I don't think it's less than half. You don't want to admit it, do you? You're younger than me, but you're old enough to know better. You should stop dreaming and face the reality, okay? You live at my parents' home and you don't have to pay rent. You just want my parents and my brother to support you, right? No, you have me all wrong. You can fool my parents and brother, but you can't fool me. I have to protect my parents from you. Protect from me? Yes, you're not good for anything. You just won't leave. You were so nice to me before. What happened? This is the real me. I put on a facade. If you can't be useful, give them a grandchild. I can't believe you can't even do that. You're in my way. You'd better think about what to do with yourself. Oh no. Janet, there's a lot of expensive-looking stuff in your room. Huh? You entered my room without telling me? This is my parents' house, so it doesn't matter. Yes, it's your parents' house, but please don't go into my room without telling me. It's an invasion of privacy. You're overreacting. I didn't intend to look at it that closely, but I was curious, so I peeked. Why are there so many accessories and clothes? I like fashion. Not everything is expensive. If they are reasonable, I'll buy them. But my brother financially supports you. Don't you think you buy too much? What? You make very little money by writing novels, and yet you think you earn enough? You don't know how much money I make. Could you please stop talking nonsense? I don't have to ask you that. Janet, since you don't seem to notice, I'll tell you. About what? You say you like fashion, but my brother is not interested in you at all. I don't dress to impress him. I'm not talking about your fashion. I'm talking about him not being interested in you. Did he tell you that? Yup. He says you're boring to be with, and you can't have children, and you are depending on him. It's no wonder he'll dump you. Dump me? Yes. Did you think he loves you? You've got it all wrong. I want you to leave, and I'm sure my parents do so too. Get out of here. Don't ever show up. Are you really okay saying that? I don't know what's going to happen to you. What are you talking about? That's my line. Okay, if you insist, I'll leave. I'll pack up my stuff and leave today. Oh my God, that makes everything much easier. Bye. I didn't think you'd actually leave. You told me to leave. But what are you going to do? You don't make any money and you don't have a house. Are you becoming homeless? I really feel sorry for you. You're divorcing my brother, aren't you? You seem very happy. Of course I'm happy, because not only can I cut you off, but also can get rid of a fifth wheel. I can't help but be happy. Susan, you hate me that much. I was so happy when I found out I could live with you. I feel like an idiot for being happy then. Don't worry, I'm divorcing my husband. We talked about it yesterday and my husband said that he has no problem with it. I've had the divorce papers filled out, and I'm going to go file them today. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I have been taking care of my parents-in-law for a long time. From now on, you should take care of them. Huh? My parents are still in good health. Don't talk about my parents as if they were old people who need care. That's really rude. I'm not just talking about their health. I'm talking about money. I'll tell you what you don't know. I pay the mortgage and all living expenses of the house. But the house is in your father's name. I just transferred the money to his account every month. You're lying. If you're going to lie, can't you tell a better lie? It's not a lie. Why don't you ask your father to show you his bank statements? Is it true? But that doesn't make sense. You don't make that much money. And what about my brother's salary? You seem to be assuming that my salary is low. I make about 5 times the average annual salary for someone my age. What? That much? Thankfully, I have a reputation in this industry. I'm writing a book under my maiden name, so I'm sure it will come up if you do an internet search. That's right! You've been featured in many articles on the internet. And my husband spends his entire salary on himself. What? What does he spend? He doesn't know much about stocks and investments, but he's putting all his money into it. He's losing money all the time, but he never learns. He also gambles to make up for his losses, so his money is dwindling even more. I was earning money, so he was able to make ends meet. I have asked him to stop many times, but he never listens to me. To be honest, divorce has been on my mind for a long time. I was able to make up my mind because of you. Thank you so much. Don't tell me to support my parents and brother. There's no way I can earn that much money. Then I think the only thing you can do is convince your brother and the two of you should help each other. I couldn't do it, but good luck with that. Oh no, I didn't know anything. Hey Janet, can you come back now? I don't want to. It was you who told me to leave, wasn't it? I don't want to go back, ever. I can finally spend money on my own, and I have the freedom to do what I want. They're your parents, you know. They've spoiled you for so long. It's your turn to take care of them. Now, if you'll excuse me. Janet, please, call me or drop me a line. Please answer me. Hi, Susan. It's been a while. Your brother and I are divorced, so I didn't expect to hear from you, Susan. How are you doing? I tried to call you many times. I just checked my incoming call history. I left my phone in the other room and didn't realize it. There must be more than 100 incoming calls. I'm scared. Please stop calling. What on earth is going on? I know I can't ask you to do this, but... What is it? I need to borrow some money. Huh? Actually, although I managed last month, but I've been draining my savings and I can't pay this month's mortgage. I knew it. You didn't talk to your brother. Why didn't you ask him for help? Of course I did, but he said he owes $30,000. What? Debt? That can't be. After you divorced, he thought there was no one to stop him. He says that he invested as much as he wanted, lost a lot of money, and before he knows it, he was in debt. I was watching him closely. He couldn't control himself, huh? My parents said, "Why did you kick Janet out? She was really good to us. She paid our bills and did all the housework. She was really helping us. Now we want you to take responsibility and support us from now on. Isn't that terrible?" I see. Do you really think I'll lend money to you after hearing that? Please, I don't have anyone else I can rely on. You think you can depend on me? That's a big mistake. That's why before I left there, I said, "Are you sure about that? I don't know what will happen to you." I warned you. It's your own fault for not listening to me. Asking me to help you now is too selfish. Oh no! I was working as hard as I can, but I can't make as much money as you. Even though I work from home, they keep a log of what I do online. I have a lot of work, and I'm really exhausted after work. I can't even do the housework as efficiently as you do. So what? You don't think that if you flatter me like that, I'll come back, do you? Aren't you lonely? I will never make fun of you. I'll even put in half the money, and I'll do half the housework. I hope you'll come back to this house. Susan, I've found someone I'm going to marry. What? You just divorced my brother 2 months ago. Don't tell me you were having an affair. No, I would never do such a thing. I ran into my longtime boyfriend from high school. We didn't break up because we didn't like each other. We were in a long-distance relationship after high school, and we talked about how we wanted to prioritize what we both wanted to do. We decided to break up. He told me that he had always loved me. I told him everything that had happened since I got married. He still wanted to be with me. I was so happy to know there is someone out there who needs me. And now I'm carrying his child. You can't just decide on such a spur of the moment. You will regret it. I don't know what the future holds, but he really cares about me, and I am happy now. I've only been divorced for 2 months, so I can't marry for another 4 months. I'm going to register after that. I can't believe that you've already found your happy life. Susan, You made it sound like I was a woman who couldn't even have children. I was able to conceive right away, so maybe the problem was your brother. So I am occupied with my own future that I can't afford to help you guys, and I have no intention to do so. Please help each other as a family and live your lives. I'm going to block you now. Huh? Janet, wait! Then lend me some money! Janet! Susan thought that she was the only one who could protect her family. After her day job, she continued to work part-time. But in the end, she couldn't pay the mortgage, so she put the house on the market. I heard rumors that Susan collapsed due to overwork, to the point where they lost their breadwinner. I don't know what my ex-husband's family are doing since then. I am grateful to Susan. Not only was I able to divorce my ex-husband, but I could get back to my ex-boyfriend who is kind and thoughtful. I even have a child. I hope to live a happy life with my precious family this time.
Honey, I'm heading home now. Can we have steak for dinner tonight?
Steak? Why all of a sudden?
Is there a problem with that? I'm exhausted from work and really want some hearty meat.
I see. But I'm sorry. I've already prepared dinner. We're having salmon steak tonight.
What? Ugh, salmon again? I'm so tired of it. I really want red meat.
I want it too, but I got the salmon at half price at the supermarket today.
Ugh, come on. I'm out working hard every day to make money. You need to prepare more filling meals or I'll lose the motivation to work.
I know you do, but I work too, you know. Besides, we need to save money.
Ugh, seriously? That again? We can live normally without being so stingy.
Yeah, if we didn't have any debt.
Oh.
You've had debt since we got married, and you couldn't pay it off alone. So now, I'm helping out, remember?
That's true. But the debt will be paid off soon, right? Can't we splurge a little then?
It hasn't paid off yet, and we haven't been able to save anything while repaying it. Even after the debt is gone, we'll still need to save.
So, you're saying I have to keep eating crappy meals?
You don't have to be so mean. I'm doing my best to cook with a limited budget.
It doesn't matter how hard you try if the food still tastes bad.
Eric, what's gotten into you? You've never complained about my cooking before.
I've always been unhappy. I've just been holding it in. I really want to eat meat every day. But all you make is boring, healthy food. How long have you been a housewife anyway?
But we have to save money. Plus, a diet centered on fish and vegetables is healthier.
Come on, I'm still in my 30s with lots of energy. I'm not some health freak trying to be fit. And there are plenty of people who serve meat while saving money, you know. Not only that, but with an appealing men's menu too. Your cooking is so plain, it kills my appetite.
You seem to know a lot about this.
That's because there are housewives who can do it. Ugh, you're slow and never improve.
Then why don't you cook?
Huh? What nonsense are you saying?
We both work, so you can cook too. Our budget is $400 a month. With rising prices, do you know how hard it is to make 3 meals a day with that? We're saving money because of your debt.
You knew I had it when we got married.
But you said it was a student loan. Actually, it was that and gambling debt. And gambling debt was bigger. You gambled so much you couldn't pay the bills. If you hate saving money, you should have quit playing cards.
Shut up. I've stopped it now, haven't I? You wouldn't understand. But once you lose, you want to win it back. Do you really think you can just shift the blame onto me? I never asked you to repay my debt.
What?
You wanted to save for a child, so you offered to help me. I didn't ask you to do it.
That's true, but...
Then stop whining about it. I've been holding back all this time. I didn't want you to lose it and stop paying off the debt. But being with you is stressful for me.
Stressful?
Don't talk to me like I'm an idiot. I'm tired of you belittling me. I'm going to get back to you.
I've never belittled you. I thought we were working hard together to pay off the debt. And even though we both work, I've been doing most of the housework. I know you're not good at it.
You're the one doing it on your own. If you don't like it, don't do it.
It doesn't work like that. Who would make the meals? If we buy ready-made food or eat out, we'll go over budget.
You see, you're cooking because you want to. It's got nothing to do with me. Anyway, make steak for dinner tonight.
I can't just change the menu suddenly. I'll make it tomorrow, so please, have salmon tonight.
Ugh, whatever. I'm eating out tonight then.
Eating out?
I'm using the money I earned, so there's no problem.
Ugh.
I'm going to have a 1-pound steak. You can eat your salmon alone.
Honey, what's going on? I just came home from work and most of your stuff is gone. Did you suddenly get sent on a long business trip or something?
Oh, just to confirm, today's the day the debt is paid off, right?
Yeah, it's been deducted from the account today. Why?
Woohoo! It's over between us.
What do you mean?
Just what I said. We're getting a divorce.
Is it because I finished paying off your debt?
Exactly. I wanted to divorce you a long time ago. I held off until the debt was paid. Oh God, this feels so good. Now, my stressful life with you is finally over.
So that's why your stuff is gone.
Yup. I'm not coming back to that house. Once the divorce is finalized, we're officially done.
Listen, Eric. Can you reconsider the divorce?
Why?
I might have been on edge, trying to pay off the debt quickly. I wanted to have kids and was worried about my age. But now the debt is paid, we can let loose a little. I'll make your favorite foods. Can't we try again?
There's no way we're getting back together. I'm going to marry Amy.
Amy? My sister?
That's right. Your sister.
Wait a minute. You've been seeing her?
I only got close to her recently. When I met your family for the first time, I thought she was hot, but couldn't get her contact info. But the other day, she suddenly emailed me. She says she finally broke up with her boyfriend and wanted to go out with me.
Boyfriend? She had a boyfriend?
Why not? She's so hot, unlike you. She's an actress, you know?
Huh? An actress?
Yeah. You're her sister, so you should know, right? Well, she's not super famous yet. But she's so gorgeous that she'll probably hit it big someday. But her ex-boyfriend is a real problem. He told her to pay up if she wanted to break up. Poor Amy got involved with a weird guy.
Wait. Don't tell me you gave her money.
Of course. Who else would protect her? That guy threatened to spread her private photos if she didn't pay. It's a small price to pay to cut ties with him. Plus, she says she'll marry me.
While I'd been paying off your debt, you were giving money to her? Even though we were already tight on money? And now you want a divorce because you're marrying her? This is messed up.
Since I first saw her, I've always thought she was out of my league. But now she says she'll marry me. If I can be with her, money doesn't matter.
Unbelievable.
Anyway, I'm divorcing you to marry Amy. I don't need you as an ATM anymore. Thanks for everything up till now.
I'm going to contact her.
Wait. You're not going to try and stop her from marrying me, are you? Don't meddle. Don't ruin your sister's happiness.
Don't worry. I'm just going to confirm something.
Thanks for agreeing to the divorce, Lori. I'm glad you're such an understanding woman. I thought you'd put up more of a fight since you wanted kids with me. I can marry Amy soon.
I'm glad we're divorcing too. Clinging to a man like you is foolish.
Come on, no need to act tough. You probably don't want to be without me and are crying alone right now, aren't you?
Not a single tear, actually.
Whatever. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm going to marry an actress and show her off to everyone.
You might want to reconsider that.
For her sake, maybe I shouldn't. But I want to brag about her. Thanks to you paying off my debt, my life is great. Now I get to marry your beautiful sister and be done with you.
I don't have a sister.
What? What are you talking about? Are you so shocked that I left you that you've lost your mind? You have a hot sister named Amy.
Technically, I do have a sister named Amy, but she's not an actress.
Huh? What do you mean?
My sister Amy is married and has 2 kids.
No way. Married? A mom?
Her husband is a CEO of an IT company and they live in a big house.
What?
I thought it was impossible when you said you were with Amy. She's still in love with her husband, and she'd never cheat.
Oh, wait, what's going on? I can't make sense of this.
Who says she was an actress? Her?
Yeah, she says so.
How did you first get in contact with her? Do you still have the initial messages?
It started with an email and then moved to texts. She contacted me saying, "I'm your sister, it's been a while." So I replied, "Hey Amy, long time no see."
So you gave her name first.
Now that you mention it, I did.
And then?
She said she was working as an actress. I was surprised since she was an office worker when I first met her. But I thought it wasn't strange for someone as beautiful as her to become an actress.
Didn't that seem odd to you?
Wait a minute. Am I being scammed?
Do you think there's another explanation?
But she said she would marry me. So I transferred money to her. All $5,000 I won with blackjack.
You said you quit gambling, but that was a lie, huh? And you hid the winnings from me.
I saved it for emergencies. Dang it. I saved that $5,000 bit by bit, and now it's taken.
Not taken. You transferred it yourself.
I can't believe this. What should I do?
You didn't realize it was a scam email? Most people would notice, you know. I can't believe someone close to me got scammed.
She said she was an actress and that her ex was threatening to release her private photos. I wanted to protect her.
Scammers play on your feelings. They know how to manipulate romantic emotions.
What the hell? I thought it was amazing that I'd marry a beautiful actress.
And by the way, Amy is a stay-at-home mom and is expecting her 3rd child soon.
Oh God.
When she said she was an actress, didn't you try to look her up? If she was a real actress, you'd find her photos online.
I did search, but nothing came up. I asked her if she'd been on TV. She said she was still just starting out and had only had minor roles.
Even if she was only playing minor roles, in this day and age, you'd find something about her online, right?
I didn't have any doubts because she was your family.
I see. Maybe you should talk to the police?
Wait a minute. How am I supposed to live now? I've been staying at a business hotel, but I can't afford it anymore. I was planning to live with her. If this was a scam, then there's no house.
Obviously not.
I'm coming back home.
What home?
Your home, of course.
Don't be ridiculous. We're divorcing. And since I'm the one paying the rent, there's no way I'm letting you in.
Oh, come on. Let me come home. Let's call off the divorce. You didn't really want it anyway, did you? I wanted to marry Amy, but since it was a scam, that's not happening. Let's get back together and live happily again.
Get back together? No way. What are you even saying? Sure, it was a scam, but your intentions were serious, right? You're planning to marry my sister. Ugh, that's disgusting. And now you want me to let you in? Go back to your parents or rent an apartment and live alone.
Honey, please. Just until my next payday. My parents live too far away. I can't afford an apartment on my own. You know I don't have any money.
Then pay back the loan I covered for you in one lump sum, and I'll let you in.
Come on.
This is your debt. I sacrificed what I wanted to help you pay it off. And you called me an ATM and insulted me. Do you really think I'd forgive you so easily?
I get that. But you offered to cover my debt in the first place.
And as soon as I paid it off, you threw divorce papers at me, only to fall for a scam. I don't want to see or hear from a stupid, worthless guy like you ever again. Never contact me.
Laurie, I need your help. Laurie, please pick up the phone.
I told you not to contact me again.
I'm in serious trouble. I need your help.
What?
I got fired from my job.
Oh.
You wouldn't let me come back, so I was staying with a friend. But he kicked me out because I couldn't contribute to living expenses. I didn't want to be homeless, so I borrowed $1,000 from the company safe to pay for a hotel.
Borrowed? You mean...
I know. But I only meant to borrow it for a short time. I thought I could turn that into a double by winning at cards.
Gambling? Again? You never learn, do you?
I lost the money, the company found out, and I got fired. They took my salary and severance pay. You're the only one who can help me, Laurie. We had some good times, didn't we? Even though we were poor and struggled, we had fun together. I promised to work hard, and now I don't have any more debt.
No, thank you.
Don't be shy. You want kids, right? But finding someone new will take time. Getting back together with me is the quickest way. You're already 33. If you wait too long, you'll end up alone and childless.
I'm not worried about that.
Really?
I'm seeing someone now.
No way.
He's a high school classmate. We ran into each other by chance. He asked me out, and when I told him I was going through a divorce, he said he just did too. We enjoy each other's company, so we're dating with marriage in mind.
You've got to be kidding.
His family runs a hospital and he's going to take over someday. I knew he was aiming for medical school back in high school, but I had no idea he was from such a wealthy family.
So you're just a gold digger.
Just so you know, I'm not marrying him because he's a doctor. I'm attracted to his personality. Unlike someone who treated his wife like an ATM.
Shut up, you cheating woman.
Excuse me? Cheating?
You still have me, don't you?
What are you talking about? We've filed for a divorce, right? It's none of your business.
That may be, but I still love you.
Then you shouldn't have pushed for the divorce. I even asked you to reconsider. But you said you were going to marry my sister and left.
That's true, but...
All right, it's enough. I'm going to block you now.
Wait, why?
I don't want you bothering me anymore. I'm moving on with my life. Goodbye.
Wait, I'm sorry for everything I've done. I'll make it up to you. Please, give me another chance. I need you, Lori. Please.
Eric showed up at my old apartment, but I had already moved out. He was shouting my name loudly enough that a neighbor called the police, and he was taken away. Now, he's surviving on day labor jobs, though I've heard rumors that he's still gambling. Whatever happens to him, I couldn't care less. As for me, I married the guy I was dating, and shortly after our wedding, I found out I was pregnant. Now, I'm peacefully living with my husband, eagerly awaiting the birth of our baby.
Did you have a good time today?
Thanks for today, Luke. I had a great time.
No problem. Hey, I have a favor to ask.
Oh, what is it? Why didn't you ask earlier? I'm in a good mood, so I'll hear you out.
If you want to marry me, cut ties with your family.
What?
For my sake, that should be easy, right?
What? Are you serious? But when you proposed, you never mentioned anything about this. What happened?
I told my parents about the proposal. They hired a private investigator to dig into your background.
Really? I guess some people want background checks before the marriage. But there's nothing in my family history that should be a problem.
I thought so too at first. Your dad works at a car company, right?
Yeah?
Your mom too, right?
Yeah, Mom too. Just in different locations.
But they're factory workers, aren't they?
Dad's at the main plant. Mom's at a parts factory.
I've never heard of that before.
I think I only ever mentioned the name of the company where my parents worked. Why's that an issue?
It's a huge deal. My parents almost opposed our relationship when they heard you only finished high school. They only agreed because your parents work for a big company, and you're at that fancy department store. But now...
Huh? Luke, what did you think my parents were?
I thought they were either office workers or salespeople. But finding out that they are factory workers? It's surprising.
And now what? What's wrong with them working in factories? My parents were good with their hands, so they were suited for factory jobs that require detailed work.
Oh my goodness. Don't you get it? There are no decent people at the bottom of society.
Bottom of society? Who are you to judge?
Stop insulting my family.
Hey, don't get worked up.
It's impossible not to get upset.
I'm saying I can't marry you. Unless you cut ties with those bottom feeders. You're marrying me, so you have to do what I say.
That's impossible. How could you expect that?
What the hell?
I don't even want to get married to you anymore.
What? So, you won't marry me?
No way. I didn't know you judged people by their jobs.
Then, we can't get married. Are you sure you want that? A happy future with me is just a family cut off away.
Fine by me. I take back my interest in you.
What?
Good riddance. I'm glad I got dumped. Since I haven't given my answer to your proposal yet, it's not a broken engagement, right? Bye.
Angela, how are you?
Hello? Crap, I forgot to block you. What do you want?
You're still living in this town?
What?
I saw you near the gas station.
Yeah, I've been here the whole time.
It's been a while. About 5 years since we split, right?
That long, huh? Is there anything else?
Huh?
Okay, bye.
Hey, wait. I have something to tell you.
Make it quick. I'm busy.
Cold as ever, even though it's your ex calling after so long. Look, I got married 6 months ago.
Oh, congrats. Is that all you wanted to say?
No way. I started working at my wife's dad's company. And guess what?
Okay, and what?
So I asked him about it. Your department store is one of our clients.
Okay.
This could be good for you too.
How so?
I'm going to be your account manager. Give our company preferential treatment for future deals.
No way.
Come on, I'm not asking for free favors. I'll set you up with a hot guy at a mixer.
What?
Our company has lots of eligible bachelors. Even an uptight spinster like you might have a chance if you doll yourself up.
Wow, you really can badmouth your ex like that.
Well, compared to my wife, your family's not great, and you lack that sparkle, you know?
Whatever. I don't need a mixer.
Oh, come on. Why are you playing hard to get?
I'm not. I'm married, so I don't go to mixers.
What? Seriously, when?
It's been 2 years.
You got married before me?
I guess so. Also, you seem confused. I work in HR, not sales. I have nothing to do with client dealings.
You're kidding me. Angela, I've got something to ask you.
What now? Still trying to bother me?
Come on, don't make me sound so creepy. Turns out my wife and you were classmates in middle and high school.
Huh?
She was laughing, saying, "That's your ex-fiancé? Even your old classmates see you as bottom tier."
Your wife knows me well? It was a huge girls' school with both junior and senior high. So she must be someone who has been in my class a few times to remember me.
Apparently. When I told her my ex works at a client company, she wanted to see a photo. I showed her one from when we went to that theme park.
Ah, you still have that? Delete it. We're over.
Why? I keep photos of all my exes.
Ugh, that's low. Disrespectful to your wife, too.
Really? I wouldn't know.
But now I've got a good idea who your wife is. It's Molly, right? A company heiress who'd look down on me and call me names. Only one person from our past fits that bill.
Wow, bullseye. Man, I'm so glad we split up. I married Molly, a total CEO's daughter. Plus, she's a hottie.
Yeah, congratulations. Good for you.
Angela, it's been ages. Not since high school, right? How have you been?
Molly? How did you get my number?
Oh my god, I'm just shocked. Who knew my husband's ex was you? He gave me your number. I had a lot to talk to you about. So, still living that poor bottom-rung life?
Well, what a troublesome pair you two make.
What's that attitude?
You're not trying to one-up someone who's contacting her husband's ex, are you? Don't tell me your only joy is looking down on people. You haven't changed a bit. That condescending attitude. Everything.
Don't be so blunt about it. Don't worry. I have a reason for hitting you up. My dad's company has a big anniversary gala coming up. I'm specially inviting you. Bring your husband too. I want to see who a bottom feeder like you married. Don't show up in rags. It's at a 5-star hotel with food you poor folks never see. Please, don't gorge yourself. It embarrassed me as your friend. Say the word, and I'll let you take leftovers home.
K-Corp's anniversary gala, right?
Yes. You might not know, but Daddy's company is huge. Guests from all over. Perfect chance for you to see our social status gap. Luke was so right to dump you. This is what he meant by different worlds.
That party? We're already invited as VIP guests. No need for your invitation.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking?
See you there.
Wait! Are you being serious?
Hey, Angela.
Jeez, you two really are a pain.
Huh? I haven't even said anything yet.
I bet Molly told you about the anniversary gala.
Why the hell are you and your husband invited? What does your husband do?
What is it? Oh, right. He's the company's CEO.
Probably some dinky subcontractor or something. Fitting for a bottom feeder like you.
Are we done here? I'm busy.
Just make sure you wear formal attire. They won't let you in looking like a pauper.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Huh? Angela? Why's she dressed like that? Wait, isn't that the heir to the luxury department store empire next to her? No way. Don't tell me that's her husband. I mean, she did work at one of their stores, but...
So, you weren't lying about being invited. Don't know who invited you, but it's a rare chance. So enjoy it. Must be a weird vibe for a bottom-rung girl like you. Bet there's tons of fancy food you've never had. Savor it. Just don't pick out, okay? It'll show your trashy roots. Hey, who's that hottie you're with? Don't tell me that's your husband. No way he matches you. A high-class lady like me suits a fine man like that. What the? Why is Luke acting like that to Angela's husband? Even my parents are... Huh? What's going on? Who the hell is your husband?
Huh? Angela? Aren't those your parents? What are those factory-working bottom feeders doing here? And in such well-tailored clothes. Your husband's doing?
You two still talk like that? Some things never change.
What do you mean, you two?
Molly also sent me a nosy message about my husband. You never thought he'd be so rich, huh?
Well, he's a real estate heir. Even your factory worker bottom-rung family looks decent. I bet your husband dressed them up, right?
Are you for real?
Of course. A poor bottom-tier family pretending to be something they're not.
Hey, I've been wondering, isn't there something you've got wrong?
Huh? About what?
Is that private detective agency you used reliable?
Why bring up old stuff? Your parents working in factories is correct.
Yes, but a socially bottom-tier poor family? If you'd investigated properly, you'd know both my parents are elite national university grads.
What? But factory work is factory work.
Yeah, as managers. Now they're both overseas branch directors. That's how I afforded that prestigious private middle and high school.
You're kidding.
Nope, it's the truth. But hey, I'm glad I didn't marry you. Someone who judges people's worth like that? No way it would have worked out.
Hey, Angela, I've got a once-in-a-lifetime request.
Absolutely not.
I haven't even said anything.
Don't need to hear it. It's bound to be something awful.
Just listen. Give me your husband.
See? Awful. No way.
I want to date a hot guy like that. I'd suit him way better. Of course, I'm not asking for free. I'll give you Luke back.
You want to know what my husband said?
What?
Gross. Hard pass.
What?
You two really are two peas in a pod.
What are you talking about?
Too much hassle. I'll send you a screenshot of Luke's what's up. Talk it over with your husband.
Hey, Angela. Seeing you after so long? You've gotten really beautiful. Wanna sneak out after this? I've got a room at this hotel for a rest. I'll make up some excuse to the wife. Let's spend the night together, for old time's sake. You haven't been able to forget me these past 5 years, right?
It's not fair to send a screenshot to only one side, right? So I sent Luke the screenshot of Molly's messages too. Maybe you're in no position to reply to me now. What the hell are you thinking? Hitting on your ex at my dad's party? Are you out of your mind?
That's my line. How dare you say such embarrassing things in front of your husband? Some CEO's daughter you are. Don't make me laugh. If I'd known you were this trashy, I never would have married you. Huh!
Who do you think you are? You haven't been able to forget me? Ah, that's disgusting.
Oh, forget it. I'm divorcing you. If you weren't the CEO's daughter, I never would have married you.
Oh, I was just thinking the same thing. I don't want to spend another second with a man like you. When my father-in-law learned about this fiasco, he was furious at Luke and Molly's lack of character. He cut all ties with Molly's father's company, saying he never wants to be involved with them again. Enraged by his daughter's graceful behavior, Molly's father kicked her out of the house. Luke divorced Molly and found a job at another company. But thanks to my father-in-law and her dad's behind-the-scenes work, he can't get hired anywhere. Seems he was a big spender with no savings. Now, he's struggling to even feed himself. Word is, he turned to loan sharks. Unable to pay back the debt, he was last seen being forced into a black car. No one's seen him since. Molly, wanting quick cash, started working at a gentleman's club. But her princess attitude didn't mesh with her co-workers. After too many no-shows, she got fired. Recently, she's been working the streets, but during a major sting operation, the cops busted her. Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.